What's up, Schlats and Schlatuses? It's Slimeball FM, and let's get straight to it. We've played 2 matches since the last episode. We knew they were going to be difficult, but they haven't gone too well. We lost 4-0 to Monaco in a match that, honestly, let's just forget about that it even happened. They all scored. It was terrible. And then we tied 0-0 to Nice after that. And then we lost 3-0 in a friendly to... We lost 3-0 in a friendly to Levante, where my old friend Roger Marty scored 2 goals against us. So we then after that won 8-1, but I don't know that Hercules is the kind of team that really makes me feel good about the fact that that happened. So we're now going to go into the match against MDA Chasselet, who are what league are they in? Let's see what league they're in. So they're not a great team, are they? Hopefully we can win this game. Their coach's name is simply Chris, and he has a 29% win percentage. Okay, we should be winning this game. And then let me show you. We've made 1 signing since the window started, so I'll show you him right now. And this is him, Simon Tibbling. He's come in. He's a 4-star center mid. He's going to play the spot in the tactic where DUC has been playing, the advanced playmaker role right here. And he's got very good stats for that as well. I feel like he can really do that as an advanced playmaker. He's on a 9 in my role suitability thing. So I think he's going to be a great player. His reputation isn't high, but for us, his current ability, his potential ability, that's really what matters. He's going to be a great player for us. He's definitely better than Yusuf or DUC in this role, and so I'm definitely excited about him. And he's going to be an immediate starter in our team. Only $2.4 million as well. So this is the team that we're going into the match against MDA Chasselet against. We are definitely rotating the team heavily. We have Kochev in goal for the first time. We have Shibuaba and Makudi in the back with Trauco and Debussy. And then we have Gorna Duath playing, who, I've been excited about this guy the entire time we've been playing the series, basically. He's already our 4th best defensive mid, and he's only 17 years old. He has 5-star potential, 2.5-star current ability. He's already worth 210K. He's an incredibly good player, and so he's getting a look in for the first time, and I'm very excited to see how he can do. And then we have Luis Sanchez on the right, who hopefully, does he go back at any time soon? Because I don't really want him anymore. I don't think he's good enough to fill up one of our foreign slots, personally. But anyway, he's out there on the right, no matter what I think. And then we have DUC in the middle. We have Ben Kadim in the attacking mid spot, and we have Wagner on the left wing spot, and then we have Dione up top. And on the bench, we have Alpha Sissoko, Madi Kamara, Cristaldo, Porson Clement, Fatah, and Abi, with Bajic in the back, with Bajic as our backup goalkeeper. So if anything goes wrong, we really have no firepower to alleviate the situation. So hopefully we can just win with the lineup that we start with on the pitch. MDA Chasselet is not really a quality side, so I think we can do that, and let's see how it goes. First highlight here in just the 3rd minute, Trauco puts the ball in, Dione scores, and it's offsides apparently, but that's a good finish from Dione and a promising start that this lineup of all rotated players may be able to still win this match, as I really love their stadium, and the fact their entire stadium is pink is kind of cool, but I don't think that that's going to help them win this match, personally. And we've come with a throw in here in the 13th minute. Debussy with the long throw, and somehow they fouled us. I think they fouled Ben Kadim. I'm not exactly sure how, but they've called a penalty here, and Trauco is the one who's been designated to take it. Hopefully he can score here, and he does. Trauco scores. He slots it into the bottom right corner. He gets his first goal of the season, and his first goal for the club, actually, as well, from the left-back spot, as normally he would not be our penalty taker. It would be Kazri. So that's a great finish from Trauco, and it's 1-0 Saint-Etienne in just the 13th minute. Trauco puts the ball in. Wagner gets to it. Makudi now is on it, the center back. Finds Gorna Duath, who loses it at the top of the box, but it's just as far as Shibuaba. Shibuaba makes a terrible mistake, though, and now Rusi's has a breakaway. Rusi's running towards has a one-on-one, but Kochev makes a brilliant save. Our defender had cut off the angle a little bit, but Kochev still had to be aware to it, and he's done brilliantly there. Now Colin puts the corner in, finds Faune, I think it was, but he heads it over and never gives Kochev a problem. And Makudi heads it down, and Ben Kadim finds it, but Ben Kadim was just offsides. But just off that chance, we have another highlight as their goalkeeper kicks the goal kick pretty well to Ben Karoof and finds this left side with some space, but Kochev now is on it. DUC has a ton of space to operate. What can he do with that? He can look on this right side, but instead he plays back to Gordon Duath. Gordon Duath running at the box. He finds Luis Sanchez. Luis Sanchez can maybe put a cross, and he does. Dione heads it down. Diussi's on it now, and Diussi finishes it brilliantly. He's off balance a little bit, and he just hits it across his body into the left corner, and that's a great goal from Asane Diussi. If we can see it again here. Sanchez hits it into the box. Dione heads it down. Ben Kadim's shot's blocked, and Diussi across his body hits it into the upper 90. That's a brilliant finish from Asane Diussi. Oh, that's a terrible tackle, and Donzo's sent off. Dione was that could have been a career ender for Dione. Luckily, he's okay, but Donzo just, I guess he gets frustrated, and they're just going to leave this right side wide open, I think. And I don't think that we need to do anything to capitalize on it, considering that we're already well ahead. So I think we just keep playing the way that we've been playing, and we'll be fine for the rest of this match. And we're into the second half here. In the 52nd minute, here's a highlight. Diussi's found in the middle. He's running into the box. Diussi, can he get a goal? And he cannot. Diussi, that's a terrible finish. He did well to score in the first half, but that was, if he could have applied the same finishing prowess and on that one, maybe we'd be 3-0 up, but that was horrendous. Now we have a corner from Trauco. Makudi looks like he's going to be the first to the ball that went a little bit errant. It's going to find its way to Debussy on the left-hand side. Now Wagner gets past his defender with ease, makes him fall over. Sanchez down to Ben Kadim, and Ben Kadim scores his second goal of the season. That's brilliant from Ben Kadim. He's had a great match so far, and he deserves that goal that he's just scored. Wagner puts in the ball, and Luis Sanchez just hits it right down to Ben Kadim. We've been doing a lot of that in this match, like heading it down to the player in the box. I like that the instruction we have there to do that. I didn't do that on purpose, but I like that we've been doing that in this match is all I'm saying. Now Philippon, he's had a tough day today. In the 72nd minute, he's down 3-0. It hits the back of our center back. He doesn't even think to turn around, oddly enough. Now they have a ball on the right-hand side, but we've intercepted it now, and Wagner has options around. He finds Gordon Duath, who has tons of space. He's running at the defenders. Maybe he can look at Sanchez on the right. He does. Sanchez finds Ben Kadim. His shot's blocked. That was a big chance for Ben Kadim to get his second of the match. And I've made 3 subs here. I've put in Madi Kamara at center mid. We've put in Cristaldo in the front at striker, and then we've put in Alpha Sissoko at right back. Let's see how that impacts the rest of the match. Now we have a free kick from just outside the box. It looks like Trauco is going to be on it. And can he score? And he does. That's a brilliant free kick from Trauco. That's his second goal of the match. He's had a great match today. He's had a penalty kick and a free kick that he's now converted on. This is a great free kick. Look at this. Look at that. I mean, the goalie has to be doing better there. We'll be honest. He's not hit it too hard to make it where the goalie can't save it if it's not in the corner. But he still scored the free kick when it was given to him, so we have to give Trauco credit for that. And now they have a free kick with just a minute left. So Nadi, can he get one back, a consolation goal for his team? He puts the free kick in, and Kochev, what a brilliant save that is with his off-hand. He's dove to the right and had to save it with his left hand that he's facing away from. And now Zuglami, I think it was. My apologies, my alarm's gone off again, just as in last video, actually. Let me get that situated real quick. Okay, so now they're taking the free kick. It's into the box, and Kochev handles it spectacularly, and he punts it right away, trying to find Cristaldo, maybe trying to help him get a goal. But it ends 4-0. Big win for us in the Cup. Leads us into the next round. Trauco with 2 goals, Diussi with 1, and Ben Kadim with 1. And it gave us an opportunity to, evaluate the rest of our talent. Gordon Duath done brilliantly with no goals and no assists. He's still on an 8.4. Trauco's got a 9.2, who hasn't played in a while. Sanchez had a 9. Ben Kadim had a 9.2, who's not really part of our first team setup yet, as he's only 19 years old, so he still has a little bit of time to do that. Kochev's done well. He's been our worst performer, but he, obviously he's a goalkeeper. The goalkeeper ratings are pretty broken. So, let's just get into the next match or next bit of interesting news. Okay, so we've done a great piece of business here. We've got Marco Varnier. He's a defender from Atalanta. He's immediately comes in and becomes our best center back at 3.5 stars over the 2.5 stars of the others that we had. I did want another guy who was probably better in my opinion, but he was 26 years old, and then the club stopped that from happening. Apparently, I haven't been signing enough players that are under 23 for the first team, so they've told me I had to sign players that were under 23. So I've done that here. I've signed, which made it more difficult, honestly, because obviously the younger they get, if I want them to still be of this similar ability, they're going to get more expensive. So we've signed him for $6.75 million, which is definitely the most I've signed any player for so far in the series. But hopefully he'll turn out good. He's had this one season for Pisa in the Serie B, but besides that, he's never really had too much of a a run-in the Serie A, but I just think that his ability should shine through in our squad, and he will be one of our best players for certain. One of the issues that I've noticed is that we don't really have too much money here in the French league, so my new strategy here is I'm going to be signing players that may not even be that incredibly good, but I'm literally just signing them in order to sell them later, so and just make profit really. So Sifanelli, I signed here for 1.9k. I can probably sell him now for more than that. So like, if he achieves this 3-star potential, great. He'll probably be like like 800k player, and that'd be great because obviously that's just free money. So I've done that, and then here I've signed Bernardo Albuquerque. He has a 1.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability, 17 years old. I signed him for free. So he's a Brazilian, so he's obviously not going to be able to get into the team really because I can't register him because you only have 4 non-EU spots. But eventually I'm just going to sell him, so it doesn't really matter. And so, he's a young striker. He might get a little bit better, and either way I got him for free, so I'll be able to make profit on him. And we've gotten a bit unlucky here. We've drawn Montpellier in the next round of the Cup. Obviously, I still am confident we can beat them, but I just think that there are plenty of teams that weren't in the league or were lower in the division that we could have drawn. So that would have been better. But we've drawn Montpellier, and I'm still confident of our ability to win. I signed him for 190 pounds. I signed him for 500 pounds. Obviously, we're going to make profit on them. Good signings in my book. Well, looks like I shouldn't have played him in that match. This has happened. They've made me accept it. I don't know exactly why they've made me accept it. It kind of conflicts with their entire philosophy. But we've gotten $7 million, and only $1.4 million goes in the transfer budget. So that's wonderful. What have I done? This center back I've just signed, the one who is so good, the one who's our best center back, he just can't play for the rest of the season. He can't play. I've used our whole budget on him. We have no more money. Along with that, it's also the African Cup of Nations. So I mean, we're also not going to have any of our really good players in the in the attacking positions. Like I can't play Budabus, I can't play Cashry. So I can't. So that's just terrible. So here we go. Here's the lineup anyway. We have Ruffier in goal. We have Palencia, O'Connell, Vucer, Debussy, and Villa Tibbling in the middle with Pussy Dragon on the wing. We have Wagner at the left wing, Yusuf in the attacking mid spot, and then we have Juric ahead of him. Bordeaux is struggling in 17th place. This is pretty much a must-win game as Monaco is right on our ass. And if we want to keep in touching place with the teams that are just ahead of us, we have to win this match. Now we have a throw in here. Debussy throws it in. Finds Juric. Juric looks around and he does poorly there. It's tackled from him, but Palencia gets to it now. Now Tibbling, could he make an impact in his first match? It goes to Wagner. Palencia has space now on this left side. He cuts in, finds Villa. Villa takes the shot, and he has been brilliant for us this season. He's scored so many goals from maybe not that far out, but in that just outside the box area. Like he must be our leading scorer at this point, which is ridiculous because they've all been from around that range. This is a little far from him. He's definitely testing his distance there, but that's a brilliant finish. But in this area, this just at the edge of the box area, he's been hitting in bangers all season, and now I think he must be our top scorer. And I mean, I think he's loving his football this season. I'm certainly loving how well he's been playing. So I'm excited to see how much longer Villa can continue this form. Now Tibbling puts a ball in. That's a great ball into Juric, and it's 2-0 Etienne just like that. That's an absolutely brilliant ball from Simon Tibbling. He's made an impact in his first match. He's found Juric off this ball. Look at the curl on that, and it's straight into the path of Juric, and Castile can do nothing to save that, and it's 2-0. Juric has his 9th goal of the season, and now he's the top scorer for our team. Him and Villa are fighting back and forth for it. I mean, it really shouldn't be a fight considering that Juric is our striker, but I'm going to say I'm not happy with our performance. And then I'm going to say, I'm happy with your performance. And to my boy Tibbling, because he's just not you, Pussy Dragon. My boy Tibbling, I'm going to say, I'm happy with your performance. And now it turns into a brilliant team talk. We've absolutely shithoused that into a brilliant team talk. All right, now Palencia, he has a throw in here. He could find maybe Oh, he looks for Juric instead. Juric tries to head it to the next man, but he can't find him. But it goes as far as Vucer. Now Debussy plays a great ball into Palencia, who has a ton of space to put across, and he finds Villa, and Villa hits it, and he's hit the post. Wagner's shot has been kept out by Castile, and they've done brilliantly not to be scored on there. Now Bordeaux seem to have a chance. They find Thierry with the throw-in, who gives it back to Glazer. Now Thierry has a little bit of space, puts a ball in, looks for Evie, can't find him. It comes out to Dermizzi, the former Atalanta player. Now Huang Yu-jo finds Thierry in space on the right-hand side of the box. He shoots it, but I thought it was a shot, but I'm not sure if it's deflected into a cross or it was a cross the whole time. But they had a great chance there, but the headers come off the post, and we've been lucky not to been lucky not to concede there. Now we have it here with Debussy. Tibbling finds a ball out wide to Wagner. Wagner into Palencia on the overlap. Palencia looks for Pussy Dragon into the path of Yusuf, and he hasn't connected with it. That was a great little speculative header from Pussy Dragon, and now it's in towards Juric, and Juric heads it just over. And we're getting a little flurry of chances here now in the end of this match. And now I've subbed on Dione and Trauco just to see if they can make anything happen in the last few minutes of this match. They cannot, but it's fine. We win the match 2-0. Let me show you how that changes the table. We're still in 5th place, but we've held off this challenge from Monaco. If we had lost, Monaco would be right on our ass. Now we're tied on points with Lille. We're 1 point behind Nice. We're only 3 points behind Lyon, and we're really only 6 points behind PSG as well. So anything is possible for the remainder of the season. Now let me get into the I'm gonna say it was a good win. Why not? Be a little nice to the boys. Now let me see, schedule-wise, where should we come back for the next episode? We've done brilliantly in this episode, scored 6 goals, haven't conceded it at all. I think we'll come back for the first and second leg of the Europa League. We're gonna come back for this AEK Athens. I think that's where we come back. So thank you guys for watching so much. Follow the links in the description, like, subscribe, and see you later, schlats and schlattises. Schlat.